Earlier today, the Golden Globe nominees were announced. So I started getting a bunch of DMs from people asking me, what did I think about the nominations? Who do I think were snubbed? What do I think about all of it? And honestly, I just don't really care about them. The Golden Globes are kind of a joke. They're extremely high profile. They get broadcast on mainstream television. They get movie stars to show up. But as for their actual credibility as an awards show, they always get it wrong. They always have bizarre nominations. And at the end of the day, some of it's just inherent to what they are. The Golden Globes come from the Hollywood Foreign Press. The Hollywood Foreign Press is only 105 people voting on this. And it's basically them trying to guess who should be nominated and also trying to nominate people so that movie stars show up to their awards show. 105 people. Contrast that with the Academy. Thousands of people vote on it. All these industry insiders vote on it. Thousands of them. Versus 100. Like, it's 1/40th, 1/50th the number of people that vote for the Academy. And it's just well known that they nominate people for the sake of the event itself, to draw attention to themselves. So like back 12 years ago, they nominated the movie The Tourist for 3 different Golden Globe Awards. Best Comedy or Musical, Best Actor, Best Director. Now you might be wondering, what is The Tourist? I've never heard of The Tourist. Right, it's one of these movies that came out that did decent at the box office because of movie stars that no one has rewatched in over 10 years. Completely forgettable film, but those 2 stars that were nominated, Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie. If you ask anyone, what's your favorite Johnny Depp movie or performance? No one will say The Tourist. If you ask anyone their favorite performance in film from Angelina Jolie, no one will say The Tourist. But it was nominated for Best Musical Comedy in each of their performances because they wanted Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie to show up because this was at the height of their fame. And so you want the big stars there. So all of a sudden, people in a totally forgettable movie, it has like a 21% on Rotten Tomatoes. So even if you hate Rotten Tomatoes because it's like detached from normal people, like the critics said, that's not a very good movie. Likewise, no one talks about this movie because not a memorable movie, nominated for 3 Golden Globe Awards just because they wanted people to attend the ceremony. So that brings us to today's nominations. And you can just look at some of these goofy categories that they have in here and it starts to be like, wait, what? So they added a category called Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. Whatever that means. Cinematic and Box Office Achievement. So you got Barbie, highest grossing movie of the year. You got Super Mario, way overperformed as this video game movie. Oppenheimer, way overperformed. You got Taylor Swift, independently released, made almost 200 million. A bunch of these make a lot of sense. And in the middle of an achievement for box office, they have Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Hey, I loved the movie. It wasn't profitable. It lost money. It didn't do very well. It did significantly worse than Fallout from a few years back. It dramatically underperformed, and a lot of that is blamed on 2 of the other movies in this same category. They nominated a Tom Cruise movie in a category where it was a failure. It failed to be a box office achievement. But that's what the Golden Globes do. They just nominate kind of random things. Another category in here. We got category for Best Musical or Comedy. So I have not seen The Color Purple yet. All the buzz for it, it's fantastic. The buzz for it, it's doing amazing. The chatter surrounding it, and it's a musical. Not on there, not nominated. But what is in there? Air, American Fiction, The Holdovers, and May December, which, yeah, there's laughs in Air. Yeah, there's laughs in American Fiction. Yeah, there's laughs in The Holdover. Yeah, there's laughs in May December. Categorizing them as comedies, calling May December a comedy, I find that actually a little bit offensive in light of the subject matter of that film. Sure, it has dark comedy in there. Sure, there's some music cues that are hilarious when it does this amazing dramatic boom, and then Julianne Moore opens her refrigerator and goes, "There's not enough hot dogs." That's weird comedy, but calling that film, putting it in the category of musical or comedy, what? And so you just go on Twitter, go anywhere where people are talking about the Golden Globes, and it's just people scratching their heads at what was nominated in categories and what the snubs are. How did these get left out? You have the category of musical and you left out The Color Purple. What is going on here? That's the Golden Globes. Every single year. They're bizarre. They make no sense. And people use them in so much as they affirm things that they want. Hey, look, this got nominated for Best Picture. Maybe it's got a chance. Hey, this actor got nominated. Sure. Every time someone gets nominated at some awards show in some category, sure, one nomination or win makes it more likely that you'll get the actual Oscar. Sure. But do these actually mean anything? Is this one of the more actual prestigious, actual respect? It is questionable, shady top to bottom. None of this stuff adds up if you really look at it. So I just don't really care what was or was not nominated in the broad sense. It's all amusing to me. So I can't be oh, well, what did get nominated in the dramas? Let me see. Are these ones that actually I like their picks? All right, then we got Anatomy of the Fall. Oh, I watched that recently. Okay, that's kind of interesting. It's in there. Oh, Bradley Cooper's Maestro. It's in there. That's kind of interesting. It doesn't mean anything to me because if you can't get any other category right, if you're nominating The Tourist in categories where it shouldn't be nominated in any of them, it doesn't matter to me if you nominate the thing I do care about. That's the disconnect there. And also the awards group I'm in has more than 105 voting members too. So in that sense, kind of has more credibility in certain ways from this other one. But yeah, I just don't like the Golden Globes. In the sense of respect or anything like that. There's always shady things. There's always goofy things. So I just don't particularly care much about what they choose to nominate. Most of these clips are pulled from my Patreon live streams. I do about 6 live streams every single month. For $2 per month, $20 per year, you can get access to all the exclusive videos and live streams. For $5 per month, you get your name on my end card. At the top tier, you get a 30-minute video chat with me each month. The link down below in the description has more information.